Welcome, welcome, welcome to one of the most, if not the most, hotly anticipated releases in OpenPhone history. Today, we are thrilled to announce that the OpenPhone API is now live and ready for you to explore and enjoy. We're excited to dive in and share more with you live right here. But first, quick bit of housekeeping. This event is being recorded, so please be on your best behavior. We will send the recording to the email you used to register once we wrap up. Please feel free to submit your questions as they come to you in the Q&A tab below. My lovely colleagues, Jenny, Miguel, and Molly will be there ready to answer. If there's something that they can't answer, we will cover it at the end as best we can, time permitting. And be sure to check out the links section too. You'll get access to the resources that we cover and links to helpful articles and things that you'll need to direct yourself to over the course of your experience with the API. Now, let's take a look at today's agenda because we have an exciting lineup for you. First and foremost, Mahyar, our CEO and co-founder, will start by doing a quick look back at OpenPhone's recent milestones and share how each new feature in our latest launch moves us closer to our long-term vision. Rachel, product manager, she and her team led the development of the API, so who better to dive into it than her herself? She'll be covering not only the new endpoints we've created, but also sharing some inspiring and creative ways for you to leverage them. And Juraj, our head of partnerships, will walk you through how the API fits not only into the we'll show you how the API fits into the broader OpenPhone ecosystem, helping you leverage it not only for yourself, but also for your customers. And then, of course, yours truly, me, just here to keep us on track and prevent this thing from getting off the rails. All right, no more vamping. Let's get into it. Mahyar, please take the stage.
Hello, folks. I'm Mahyar, and it is an absolute pleasure to be here today and to do the keynote. There is a ton of hard work that went into making this event happen, and I just wanna. It's nice for me to put my face on it, but I want to acknowledge the amazing work that the team did, all the way from engineering to get the features ready to marketing to for preparing this event and all the things that come with it. So it's very hard for me to talk about the past and the future without acknowledging how far we've come as a company when it comes to our community. So as of today, we have over 100,000 customers on OpenPhone. That's some serious numbers. There's a lot of people who use OpenPhone. In fact, I keep running into OpenPhone users on the street, and it's kind of crazy because one day that was the dream, and now I have many examples of me just kind of like walking around with my OpenPhone swag and running into our customers. So it's obviously a great pleasure, but also a great responsibility for us. On the usage side, we have over 1 billion calls and messages on the platform. In fact, we are closer to 1.5 billion, and this year alone, about 700 million calls and messages are going to happen on the platform. So again, we are dealing with a lot of scale here, and we are for sure seeing the platform provide value for customers, and it keeps us energized and motivated to keep improving the product and bringing more and more to our customer base. So thank you so much for being supporters, and I'm just baffled by 250 people who took time out of their busy days to be here today. So thank you so much. One of the biggest learnings of serving basically every single industry on the planet, serving every single use case from customer support to sales to operations to company mainline, is that every single business out there, and especially in the SMB space, are really trying to provide great and innovative experiences for their customers. This is how companies stand out. And everybody wants to make something that really captures their audience and makes their customers happy and delighted. And that's why a great software in the customer communication space should not be a software that you have to force your process around, but instead it has to be a software that really wraps all your workflows and sits nicely. And you can dream about what you want to do, the kind of customer experience that you want to provide, and the software is there to empower it. And that's always been the vision for OpenPhone. I think a lot of the let's say PBX companies out there, if you've used other VoIP products, they're very opinionated about how things should work with extensions and voicemails and like the way the product is structured. But with OpenPhone, we kind of want to change the paradigm here. So if you missed our product launch by the way, I'm not checking the chat. So if you're posting stuff there, I'm going to miss it. I'll get to it after the talk. But if you think about, if you've been paying attention a few days ago, we released a bunch of software really targeted at this value prop of how do we make OpenPhone highly configurable for our customers. And the things we launched are stuff that obviously the OpenPhone API, which is the point of the launch day today, but we also launched a call flow builder. And this call flow builder is actually extremely powerful. It is a drag and drop interface that allows our customers to go in and create call flows that match their needs. So you can automate a lot of stuff out of your day. And it is just the beginning. So there is a lot more features coming into that call flow builder over the next few months. You should use it now and let us know what you need, because what you end up telling us becomes what we end up building. So I do want to give special shout out to Call Flow Builder because it is going to be extremely powerful. We know a lot of companies that use OpenPhone have very call-centric workflows. And by having call views, we are giving you a very easy way for you to see and prioritize the calls that matter most to you. Obviously, all the stuff around collaboration, like being able to see which team member took what calls, and even things like coaching as a manager are all possible now as a result of these call views. So again, check that out. And if you go to our OpenPhone launch page, we have actually a page, maybe someone can drop a link in the chat. There are videos that show you how it works, so you can kind of get a taste of what you're signing up for. And then last but not least, we launched AI call tags. And this is one of those features that just works automatically for you. You define the topics that are most important to you that you want to track, and AI is just going to tag and label every single call for you and allow you to quickly understand how a call went, what was it about, and then take action based on that. So again, all these features are highly configurable, so you can design how they should work for your business. Now, obviously, today's product launch is all about the OpenPhone API, which is the ultimate tool for configurability and automation, meaning whatever we don't build in the product as a feature, you can just do it yourself using our public APIs. And when we got a bunch of surveys, I mean, obviously, APIs have been one of the biggest requested features in the lifetime of OpenPhone. The vast majority of use cases fall into three main categories. A lot of people either want to automate a process that they have internally, whether that's about sending a reminder or a confirmation, or automating something from your bespoke CRM into OpenPhone and vice versa. Or it's about like data synchronization. A lot of people are very data savvy and they want to be able to have data be in their system of record. So for example, pushing data into your CRM, or even pushing data into your data warehouse and running reports on different, let's say, metrics that you care about. And then finally, the third bucket was a lot of people who wanted to integrate their product with OpenPhone, and there's obviously a bunch of solutions out there in the customer communication space that would benefit from being connected to OpenPhone. So we really want to become really good at that and be part of a broader ecosystem and bring OpenPhone into a very, let's say, harmonic stack. So the three use cases are this, but again, with OpenPhone APIs, the world is your oyster. And now we're going to have Rachel come in and talk about some use cases, some of the cool things we've done internally with APIs. So I'll just save it for her. But it was it's a pleasure to be here and to present. I'm extremely excited about this product launch, but also what this product launch allows us to do next. And it's a good time to be an OpenPhone customer. So if you're not signed up, if you're just here, please go and sign up. And at this point, I'm just going to go off stage and give it back to our fearless MC, Jordan Simmons.
Fearless is a stretch. Thanks, Mahyar. Automations, data syncing, and partnering with OpenPhone, all things we'll cover soon in depth. Now to take us through the API and get a little deeper into the endpoints themselves, Rachel Bowles.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really excited to cover a lot of really great information today. So to get started, I'm Rachel. I'm a product manager here at OpenPhone, and we're going to start with an overview of our API and also showcase how it can help you gain insights into your business, reduce manual, time-consuming processes, and also enhance interactions with your customers. And by the end of this session, I hope you'll be inspired with ideas on how you can leverage our API to drive positive outcomes for your business. So to get started, our API is designed to provide 3 main areas of functionality. And these core capabilities include automating text messages, so you can send SMS now programmatically. You can sync contacts into OpenPhone, seamlessly sync your contacts from external sources like your CRM or your address book directly into the OpenPhone app. And you can also log activity data and capture and export information like your call logs, messages, AI-generated transcripts, and more to keep track of all your communications. So let's take a closer look at each of these capabilities. And let's start with automated text messages, which has been one of our most requested features from all of our users. And we're excited to offer the following endpoints to help support this workflow. So for example, imagine a new lead fills out a form on your website. With our API, you can instantly send that lead a welcome text and set up automated follow-up messages. And this ensures timely engagement without requiring any manual input from you or your team. So not only do we support the listed endpoints to post a message, we also support webhooks, which allows you to build more complex workflows. For instance, you could set up a follow-up reminder to customers or notify your team when a lead is unresponsive after a certain period. And this kind of automation is crucial for scaling your customer communication and making sure no lead or customer slips through the cracks. Now let's talk about contact syncing. With our API, you can sync your contacts from external systems like your CRM or address books directly into OpenPhone. And this means that for every new call or text message you receive, you'll have easy, direct access to key contact information needed to have a successful customer interaction. Our API allows you to create, update, or delete contacts within OpenPhone, and you can also map custom fields from your external data sources into OpenPhone's contact structure, which enables you to import any additional contact data you need to manage customer interactions. For example, let's say your contact's role or company changes, which you then add to your CRM. Our API ensures that those changes are automatically synced to OpenPhone, so your team always has the information they need to deliver personalized and relevant communication. And finally, let's talk about activity data and logging activity data. Our API allows you to access and export communication data like call logs, messages, AI-generated transcripts and summaries, and call recordings. This data can be exported to your external systems like your CRM, giving you a detailed, accurate record of customer interactions. And now that we've covered the core API capabilities, let's talk about how you can use the API to help solve core problems for your business and streamline your day-to-day operations. So I'll walk through 3 key categories where the API can make a big impact for you and your business. That's insights and reporting, process automation, and autonomous communications. I'll also showcase some examples made by our own internal teams during our internal hackathon, just to show you what's possible as you get started developing your own solutions for you and your business. So getting started, a powerful use case for our API is automating insights and reporting for your own workspace. So instead of manually extracting data, copying it across systems, or spending a lot of manual time and effort building reports, you can automate this entire process from data extraction to analysis. With the API, you can generate something as straightforward as daily summaries of customer interactions, maybe sent directly to your inbox or email, like the count of calls made by your team that day, or the new raw summaries and transcripts, or more advanced use cases like real-time syncing to your CRM. You can even integrate AI to analyze your data and identify emerging trends, which gives you a deeper and more complex understanding of your customers without the manual effort. And to showcase an example, one of the tools we built internally is a daily digest Slack message, which we affectionately call the sum of summaries. And this digest provides a snapshot of your team's performance and includes things like total calls made today, top 3 customer insights such as common issues, questions, or feature requests, emerging trends identified from customer interactions like increased demand for a particular feature, actionable next steps for the team based on the day's interactions. And this is how we implemented it. We use the API to pull real-time call and message data from OpenPhone. And then this data is passed into ChatGPT, which generates meaningful summaries and insights. The insights are then automatically sent to a dedicated Slack channel where the team can review the day's key highlights. So this automation eliminates the need for a lot of manual reporting or data analysis. And by having key insights delivered directly to your team, we can stay ahead of trends and emerging issues. And the second use case for the API is all about process automation, where the API can streamline repetitive, time-consuming tasks that slow down your business. Again, this can be something as simple as sending a reminder message to a customer that their bill is due. A more advanced implementation could include having a customer schedule a meeting via text and automatically creating that meeting in your Google Calendar. You can also send requests for CSATs or a Google review after a customer meeting or a positive customer interaction. So the entire end-to-end process of client management can be completely taken off your plate. And automating these tasks means that your team will now have a greater capacity to focus on higher value work, and your customers also get consistent touch points from your business. So again, here's an example of a workflow we automated using the API. So when a customer messages this inbox and number, they're able to interact with the chat to review available appointment times, select a time, cancel, or even reschedule their appointment. And once the meeting is confirmed, we're then able to automatically make that Google Calendar invite. And we've done this first by retrieving free and busy times from the Google Calendar API and submitting these options to the customer via the OpenPhone API in a message. And once the user confirms the appointment and we see the confirmation via a message received webhook, we create the calendar invite in Google Calendar, again, through the Google Calendar API. And with the OpenPhone API, we can eliminate so many manual processes like these, including this manual scheduling process, which can be especially useful for those of you who handle many appointments or need to follow up with customers regularly. This will save you time and also ensure that customers are consistently engaged. And the third category is one that I'm really excited about, which is autonomous communication, where you can use the API to automate responses to customer inquiries or common questions and use it to manage interactions. So by integrating with AI, such as ChatGPT or your preferred LLM, with the OpenPhone API, you can deliver and generate your very own chatbot for your business. You can configure responses based on customer behavior, frequently asked questions, or predefined knowledge bases that you've already created. And this means your business can now be available 24/7 to your customers, even if you're offline. And one fun experiment we did to highlight the possibilities with an autonomous communication system is we built Zork as an AI chatbot. So shout out to the team for this work. But this is how we decided to implement it. A new message arrives in OpenPhone to start the game. The message is passed through the API to ChatGPT via webhooks, which generates a response based on our predefined game prompts. And then the response is automatically sent back to the player using the OpenPhone API. So while Zork was a playful and fun experiment, this setup demonstrates how the API can be used to automate customer service interactions. So with an AI trained on something like your support knowledge base or your existing FAQs, you can easily handle routine inquiries like business hours, or even help qualify leads in your sales funnel. And this not only reduces the workload on your support team, but also provides faster and more consistent responses to your customers. So to wrap things up, we are so excited to officially launch the OpenPhone API. And we're even more excited to see what you'll do with it and what it will unlock for your business. We've just scratched the surface in this presentation about what's possible, and we hope to see even more creative and amazing things from you all about what you'll build. So I'll pass it back to Jordan now, but please be sure to add any questions you have in the chat and also share any ideas you have about what you'd like to build in the future. So thanks again.
Thanks, Rachel. Yeah, I will reiterate that if you have questions you'd like to ask and have answered, we have a questions tab in which our colleagues and friends are keeping a very, very close watchful eye. I also happen to spot one of our developers in there too, ready to help answer some of these questions. So if you want the best shot of having your question answered, that's the place to put it. But once again, thank you, Rachel. Hope that gave everyone a sense of how the API can be used to improve your own business. But if you're a business that helps other businesses run their business, listen up, because Juraj has something specific for you.
Thank you, Jordan. Good to be here. Excited to see so many of you. And it's really exciting to see the OpenPhone community rally around these new APIs and want to extend OpenPhone's capabilities in so many new directions. There are two things that convinced me to join the team. First, how really engaged the community of our users is. And second, the opportunity to build this ecosystem of integrations and partners building on top of our platform, really helping our users customize the way they communicate with their customers. Now, we're just getting started, but there are a few numbers that amaze me. There are now more than 1,000 members in the OpenPhone subreddit. Those of you in it are sharing how you use OpenPhone, inspiring others, and pushing our team with valuable feedback. So please keep doing that. And if you're not there, please join. Our existing referral and affiliate partners earned over $200,000 in their companies, for their companies. And that's by introducing thousands of new businesses to OpenPhone. Our service partners like Home Service Academy and Malay Law introduce OpenPhone to their community of business owners who are often just getting started. And we can't thank you all enough for that. Now, we do have some exciting news to share with you today, and you're going to hear it here first. So let's get those drum rolls going in the chat or whatever we need to do. All right, it's coming. Today, we're really excited to be announcing 2 new partner programs, and they're here to support your work and to help you grow with OpenPhone in brand new ways. So let's first talk about OpenPhone Experts. OpenPhone Experts is a program for agencies and consultants who help customers with things like CRM implementation, OpenPhone integrations, and any other custom API builds and automations. And I've been seeing a lot of that in the chat, so excited to get this built. As an OpenPhone expert, you'll get access to partner benefits such as revenue sharing, a free demo account, and a listing in our upcoming partner directory, making it easy for our customers to find and hire you. Now, I've had the pleasure of working with a small group of you, our pilot partners, over the last few months on really shaping this program. So a big shout out if you're in the audience, and if you're not, we thank you as well. One of those partners was Jeremy, the founder of Patch. Patch and the team at Patch and Jeremy, they help his clients, physical therapy clinics, implement HubSpot CRM and integrate it with OpenPhone. And having played a small role in Jeremy's growth, we're excited to expand this group of OpenPhone experts. So if this resonates with you, we would love to invite you to build this program with us. Email us at partners@openphone.com and we'll take it from there. Now, let's talk about the second new program, and that is our technology partner program. The introduction of our API that Mahyar and Rachel talked about makes OpenPhone more configurable than ever and gives you all the platform to build on. And I'm excited to start working with you to help you build and market these solutions that bring OpenPhone where our customers are, whether that's the CRM, a project management system, or another workflow. We've been live for a week, literally a week, since last Wednesday, and there's already a lot happening. So I wanted to give you a few shout outs and highlight some of the things our partners are making possible. We had the pleasure of working with the team at Relay. If they are in the chat, shout them out. They're part of our API design partner program. And it's amazing to see that you can now find OpenPhone integrated with their easy-to-use automation tool. Speaking of automations, we're excited to announce that our official Make app is coming very soon, letting you connect OpenPhone to thousands of other apps on their platform. Postcall is a startup that makes it easy to send customer satisfaction surveys after your phone calls, and you can already set it up with your OpenPhone account. That is live today, which blows my mind. And as part of our beta, the Firefly's AI team, they built an integration that automatically pulls and transcribes your OpenPhone calls right in their AI note taker. And last but not least, we'll be announcing an upcoming integration with Jobber, the leading provider of operations management software from home service businesses. And I know that many of you use them, so we're excited for that one. If you are interested in building an integration, check out our docs and reach out with any questions or feedback. And also let us know what other integrations you would like us to prioritize. Okay, that was a lot, so let's recap. We announced 2 new partner programs, OpenPhone Experts and the Technology Partner Program. And this is all in addition to our existing referral program. You can learn about all 3 of these at openphone.com/partners. And this really means more ways to support your work and help you grow with OpenPhone. So check them out and give us your feedback. Thank you all for being here today. I'm not wrapping up, we'll do questions, but I want to thank you all for helping us shape and build this future of OpenPhone.
Thank you, Juraj. So I hope everyone's got at least one thing to take away with them. Personally, I'm taking away the concept of the switch, which is something that I only just learned about when 2 of my colleagues DM'd me about it when I was confused about it earlier. Seems like a much more democratic way of stealing from my kids. So that about wraps up the speaker portion of today's event. So let's head to the question area for anything that wasn't answered by them and the team. I don't know if anybody would like to join me up on stage who might be better suited to answer some of these questions than me, because I am probably the least suited, but I'm going to sort by most upvoted and head down, maybe share some of the more common questions and answers that we've received so far. First of which is from Christopher Sands. Can we develop and sell third-party products that use the API? Great question, Chris. It's something our team started looking into, and for the moment, I'll share this interest with the team to get you a better answer via email. Is there any additional pricing for the API? Good question, Brian. This is included in all our plans, but there's some additional cost based on activity, but everything is broken down in the link that Miguel shared. There's a question about MMS, and it's coming soon. And we do have an answer here, or a question here that wasn't answered. Love some more clarification on the contact part, because all I see is that's done through the ID, but we can't list or search by phone number yet. I'm not sure if anybody who worked on the API is able to join the stage and help with this one.
Yes. Everyone wants to answer.
Swarm, yeah.
Go ahead, Rachel.
No, please go ahead.
All right. Well, so we don't currently have an endpoint to retrieve contacts by phone numbers, but this is exactly what we need, which is you guys having these use cases that shows the gaps in our API, and we can roll those out relatively quickly. So yes, we don't have it now, but we can easily build it. Thank you for the feedback. I'll let Rachel take a note of it.
Thanks. Will OpenPhone allow for? Sure. Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
OpenPhone allow for a stop or unsubscribe lists, which is something that OpenPhone does today. If your customers or contacts do send in stop or unsubscribe, you will not be able to message them. That's more just default behavior. The main thing preventing us from switching over fully is the lack of a local presence feature. Does the API enable the ability to auto adjust the outbound number based on the contact's area code? I'll say not quite yet, but I don't know if that's something anybody wants to speak further to.
Well, you can definitely specify the from phone number as you send messages, and if you have a bunch of phones. So yes, you can today, if you purchase phone numbers in different regions, leverage all of them in the API depending on the incoming message phone number. So yes, it is possible for you to have a localized presence.
Good thing you stayed up. Is HIPAA compliance on the roadmap? Several medical offices as clients would love to get them set up on OpenPhone.
Yes, I feel like I'm going to answer all the questions. So it is 100% on the roadmap. It's actually one of the features we hear, or one of the requests we hear quite often, especially in the health and beauty space. But we are not currently there, but it is 100% the plan to become HIPAA compliant. The timeline is still TBD, so I can't commit to a specific date, but it is up there in the priority list.
Do you have an embedded dialer to have in our web app?
No, it's not embeddable OpenPhone at this stage.
Thanks for your question, Sina. We've got a couple of questions here specific to integrations with other tools and the functionality that could open up. One example here being, will it be possible to build a workflow that upon receiving an incoming call on OpenPhone, queries Salesforce to find a matching customer record and then dynamically route the call to the Salesforce record owner?
Yeah, this is such a great question and a use case. So currently the API is more of an async API, meaning you can do things after the fact, after a call is done. But injecting your own business logic during a call flow is something that is going to come as part of the call flow builder roadmap. So the API does not support it right now, but it is very much on the path of the call flow builder to support it.
Great. There's a question here specific to what I believe is the scheduling example that we showed. Holly wanted to know whether that's only possible through Google Calendar or if Outlook is also supported. Outlook's API will also work. I think really any calendar with an API could be built to work alongside it. Can you make a cursor template for Node.js apps? This isn't currently supported, but we will log it as a feature request. Thank you very much. I have been trying to test the API in the docs and keep getting a 401 unauthorized response. There's a quick doc that Miguel, I believe, linked to in the links section on common reasons, but the support team is standing by to answer these questions for you. I don't know that we can afford to go through every single question, but is there any, I wonder if there's any that the team would like to go through that there's a especially good answer for?
Yeah, I'll also add, as you're developing, if you do encounter issues, you can reach us at support+developers@openphone.co. And so myself and the team and the support team review those questions, and we'll be able to provide really dedicated support there.
Chris, I wanted to bring your question live because it was most upvoted, but yes, that's something that we're currently looking into, how to help support developers who want to build these apps using the API, how to help you go to market with it. And there's going to be more and more coming soon from the team on that.
Okay. Will it be possible to initiate a call via the API? For example, having the API start the dial for the user and then going to the next number if the first one is unanswered, essentially building a power dialer.
So today it's not possible to initiate a call via the API. It's definitely something that we're considering for future releases, but as Mahyar mentioned, it's not supported today.
Got a question about the call flow builder roadmap. I know that the PM responsible for that isn't here just yet, but we will keep you posted on how things are progressing.
So a lot of questions about drip jobs in chat. That's awesome to see. We're working with a team on helping them build an integration. So again, hopefully more soon, but good to see that demand here. And I think their team was in here too. So hello.
Oh, the questions are flooding in. How soon for MMS? Unfortunately, no set date yet, but very, very high on the priority list. Thank you, Rachel, for answering that. Does the API feature allow for enhancement or customization to how OpenPhone integrates with HubSpot? Yes, you can leverage both APIs, and you can develop custom workflows and automated processes. Maybe it will take 2 or 3 more questions. Maybe it's a couple that haven't been answered yet. I'll just kind of scroll through here. What are the ChatGPT trigger points? For example, if a call is missed or forwarded, can we send out a text through ChatGPT to engage with the customer? Can we identify new customers versus existing customers?
I would have to know more about the exact setup, but it feels like you should be able to do that because you can query the list of messages between yourself and it. So yes, I, based on what you said, I think there is a path, but I would have to know more about the specific use case here.
I was going to jump in to answer the make question that I just lost in chat. So in the spirit of me not finding it, it was a question how soon the make connector. Very soon. Don't have an exact date, but this is coming very soon. We're actually just right at the final step of finalizing it and going live on the make marketplace. So you'll definitely hear about it.
Juraj, while you're here, Kyle's asking whether there are any resources or experts now that he can contact to help build some custom workflows with the API for his company.
Absolutely. Love that, Kyle. We have a pilot of these experts that we've already engaged and worked with. And as I said, they helped to shape the program. So we'll love to follow up after the event and help you find the right person for that.
Thanks for your question. Is it possible to set up a one-click to call link in my software that will open the OpenPhone app and immediately start a call once clicked?
No, so this isn't possible today. We'll need to be able to add support in the API for starting and initiating a call. So once we're able to release that feature, you'll be able to complete this workflow, but not available today.
So as I am scrolling through, I have yet to find a question that I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, has yet to be answered either by our helpful team or live on air. If there's anything that is outstanding, please direct me to it in the chat because I don't want to leave anybody hanging. If not,
on the question of the one-click dial, we don't have a one-click dial, but we do have a two-click dial. And I'm gonna drop a support article in the chat. You can essentially, yeah, 2 is twice as much as 1, but it's also kind of a low number, so maybe that gets you by for now. If you open the chat and click on the link, you can see what link format you can use to kick off a dial from a different software in OpenPhone.
Thanks, Meyer. All right, I think this is our last question because I think they're starting to trickle out. If I request call history by user ID, would I get back all the interactions regardless of the telephone number?
I would say the best way you can accomplish that is to query a contact and then to look at all the phone numbers that contact has attached to it, and then query messages for each of those phone numbers. That would be the way to do it. So you query the contact first, and then from the phone numbers under the contact, you can retrieve the message history.
Okay, I think this is a really good last question. How finalized is the API? If I start building an integration now, will upcoming changes affect existing setups?
Yeah, that's a great question. I was typing
Saw you were typing, but
so that's good.
Figured I'd invite you up, yeah.
Yeah, so the API is obviously, we're constantly working to improve it and introduce new features. However, we are out of beta, it is live, and we plan to minimize breaking changes as much as possible. We don't want the ground moving beneath your feet as you're building on it. So if we do introduce breaking changes, we'll provide users ample notification ahead of time that that change is happening. If endpoints are deprecated, you'd be notified. But we are not in any territory planning on doing this in the future. And as with all APIs, we'll be following strict protocols about how we deprecate and make changes. For day-to-day changes that aren't breaking changes, we do have a change log where you can see where we've made improvements or added additional functionality. So please be sure to check that, and it's available on our docs.
All right, folks. Couldn't be more excited to be here with the 209 of you that remained. Thank you so much for joining us today. Really exciting day for everybody. The team's been working hard to bring these things to you, and to have them out in the hands of people excited to use them is just such a great feeling. So again, thank you so much for joining us. That wraps up our time together. Miguel is going to be posting a way for you to send us additional questions that maybe we didn't cover. So support plus developers at openphone.co. Anything that we didn't cover, please, by all means, send your emails in. We will get back to you, especially any of those who are lingering in the questions tab that weren't answered. I'm sorry if I missed them or if they were a little bit out of my depths. But please, by all means, get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Again, thank you, everybody, for coming. This has been great. So grateful to have you with us today. Have a great Halloween. Have a great weekend. See you next time.